Welcome to the IMPLAN Quick Start Guide 4, where we will walk through setting up groups and events on the impact screen. From the IMPLAN dashboard, users can navigate to the impact screen by selecting the impacts tile or by selecting the impacts icon from the vertical navigation. Users can also navigate to the impact screen from the region screen. This can be done by selecting a region, clicking Create Impact, giving your project a name, and then pressing Save. IMPLAN will automatically navigate you to the impact screen with your selected regions. If we navigate back to the IMPLAN dashboard and head on over to the Projects page, we can go to the impact screen of any previously created IMPLAN project, such as our Charlotte restaurant example, by clicking on the impacts icon for the project itself. The impact screen is made up of events and groups. Events are added and defined and then paired with a group by dragging and dropping events into groups. An event is defined by the type, specification, and the values you select. Each event will also require a title in order to be analyzed. Each of the available event types for your project are available in the Event Type drop-down menu. The first 5 types of events are industry impact events. There is an industry event type for output, employment, employee compensation, and proprietor income. The industry impact analysis detailed event type allows users to enter any component of an industry's Leontief production function, as well as the industry's spending pattern. Read more about all of the additional event types in our support article explaining event types, which will be linked in the description. These first 5 industry impact event types are appropriate for modeling a change in an industry's production. The appropriate specification for these events is the industry experiencing a change in demand or production. The industries that are selectable from the event specification dropdown will be by default one of the U.S. IMPLAN 546 industry sectors. You can set your default industry aggregation scheme in your user preferences or for individual projects. The values that correspond to the selected event type should be entered in the value fields. Certain event types have additional advanced fields that can be opened by clicking on the advanced field icon. For our Charlotte restaurant example, we know the total sales figure in 2022 as well as the total employment. To model the economic impact of our Charlotte area restaurant, we can utilize an industry output event. I'll give it the title Charlotte Restaurant. And change our industry specification to Industry 509, which is the default for full-service restaurants. The values that we know are the $10 million worth of sales revenue in 2022, and the total number of employees across the region, which is 125. We will enter the sales value as output and input our employment value of 125 in the advanced fields. Note that this employment value includes both wage and salary workers as well as proprietors. Hide the advanced fields by clicking the advanced fields icon in additional time, or by clicking the X in the advanced fields themselves. Users can also add event tags. Event tags are a feature in IMPLAN that allows you to organize events within your projects by creating up to 100 self-defined categories. This process can save time and help declutter the screen for easier viewing. I'll give our Charlotte restaurant example an event tag named Example Tag. To add this tag to our Charlotte restaurant event, simply type the name of the tag and click Add Example Tag. After doing this, click Confirm to save your changes. We can now see that our Charlotte restaurant event has a single event tag. Remember that the event tags you specify on the impact screen will follow you to the results screen and have filtering capabilities both on the impact screen as well as the results screen. You can duplicate or delete individual events by clicking the More Options icon. Note that any events that you delete from your project cannot be restored. If you want to record your progress, but haven't yet completed setting up your events or groups, you can press the Save button. Note that when the project is ran, your progress will be saved by default. Add additional events to your project by clicking Add New Event. Select events by clicking the checkbox next to the event name. Select all events by checking the box at the top of the event panel, or by holding Shift on your keyboard and clicking a range of events. If we select more options for the impact screen, we can start an event template, upload an event template, delete all event tags, or delete the selected events. Because we don't need these events for our project, I will delete them. For more information on starting and uploading event templates, reference our support article using the event template, which will be linked in the description. Groups are where we define the year and region for the events we are modeling. Groups require a unique title, dollar year, which is the year of the event values that are in this group, and a data year, which is the regional model that IMPLAN will use to estimate your results. Whenever the data year of the group does not match the dollar year of the group, IMPLAN will apply deflators to your event values. Deflators are used by IMPLAN whenever the dollar year is set to a year that differs from the data year in order to account for inflation and deflation over time. Read more about deflators in our support article, Margins and Deflators, which will be linked in the description. If you selected a region for the project on the region screen, like we did in our example project, it will already be reflected here. If you begin the project from the impact screen, you will need to select the group region from the region dropdown. For our example, we need to change the group dollar year to 2022 because that is the year of the operations that we are modeling. Drag and drop events into groups by clicking and holding the drag event icon and bringing it into the group where you want to specify this economic activity. Note that you can drag and drop multiple events into a group at the same time by utilizing the event checkboxes on the left-hand side of the events panel. We can see now that our Charlotte restaurant event is in our Charlotte example group. Note that groups have additional options, such as scaling. Scaling is a simple function that will multiply event values by your specified scaling factor. To unlock scaling, click the scaling icon. Scaling is available for the entire group or for individual events. Clicking the More Options icon within the group gives you the ability to duplicate the group as well as to delete the group. Add new groups by clicking the Add New Group button at the top of the Groups panel. This will require you to give it a unique name, select the appropriate dollar year, data year, and region. Note that all regions that are available in your account for the specified aggregation scheme and data year of your project can be selected from the Region Selection dropdown. Because we don't need this example group for our example project, we will go ahead and delete it. If you would like to set your project up as a multi-regional input-output analysis, click the checkbox at the top right-hand side of the screen for MRIO. Read more about MRIO at the link in the description. Because we only have a single region in our analysis, this is not necessary. Once we have correctly specified all of our events and applied them to the correct groups, we can go ahead and run the project. Note that our run progress will go from queued to in progress to ready, which means we are okay to view our results. Cancel this at any time by pressing the Cancel button. To navigate to the results screen, either click View Results here or the results icon on the vertical navigation. Thanks for watching IMPLAN Quick Start Guide 4, Impacts.